Canada's Prime Minister Mark Carney is set to visit China to meet with Xi Jinping to recalibrate relations at a time when trade ties with the U.S. are in free fall. It shows how the world has changed with President Trump's trade policies. Canada's relations with China have arguably been the worst of any Western country, but Canada and China are the only two countries to push back on U.S. tariffs. So, in that regard, they find themselves in the same corner. The trip is the first by a Canadian leader to China since 2017, aimed at turning the page on disputes that have divided them over the past decade, including the detention of two Canadians here after the arrest in Vancouver of a Huawei executive on a U.S. warrant. There have also been trade disputes over EVs and canola, as well as Canadian accusations of election interference by China. But the hawkish stance of Canadian foreign policy toward China has shifted with President Trump's trade war and threats of annexing Canada to become the 51st state. A recent poll in Canada showed a change in sentiment toward China, with 54% of Canadians favoring closer ties, numbers that pollsters say are being driven mostly by President Trump. Still, Carney will navigate a political minefield here, a week after the raid in Venezuela, and with President Trump wanting to buy Greenland to prevent China and Russia from getting it. Critics have urged that behind closed doors, Carney needs to maintain Canada's positions on issues like human rights and Taiwan, even as he seeks a reset with China and all the trade opportunities likely to come with it. Janice Mackey-Freyer, NBC News, Beijing.